Hello, James.
Hi, Jung. How you doing?
How are you today?
Good, good. Very excited to be here.
All right. Thank you for taking your time to join my channel. It's really nice to see you.
Likewise, it's been so long. It's been so long. I know we kind of missed each other when I was in visiting South Korea. 'Cause I think you just had a kid as well, so at that time, so we kind of just missed each other. So, but it's good that we can do this now.
All right. It's been like over 22 years. So I
Gosh.
probably need to know you again. So we will start off with some icebreakers. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, yeah. Cool, cool.
All right. So anything that just comes into your mind. So let's begin. Number one, pies or cakes?
Oh, this is hard. I'll say cake because I just had cake yesterday.
All right. So what kind of cake did you have?
It was a Belgian dark chocolate cake something.
Okay, so you're for chocolates. All right. Number
Yep,
two,
yep.
hot tea or iced tea?
Oh, goodness. Probably hot tea. That's what my
Hot-
wife likes, and she got me into it now.
Okay, hot tea. All right. Number three, black or white?
Ooh. Uh, Gosh, I actually alternate between the two. So yeah,
Both.
is gray an option?
Great. Great. Okay.
Green tea, maybe green tea.
So gray. All right, let's go for gray. All right. Number four, do you consider yourself messy or a neat freak?
Okay. I'm actually the type who has an organized mess. So I create a compartment for mess, and things are quite organized in that way. So in that section, there's all the mess that's segmented together. It's quite funny.
All right. So organized mess. Okay. That's a
Yeah,
great
that's right.
word. Okay. Wow. Yeah, you could be organized as well as being messy at the same time. All right. Last but not the least, loud music or soft music, including classical.
Ooh, oh, in the mood. Kind of jump between the two, but if I really want that energy stuff going, I go for loud. Yeah, but that serene, calm moments, I go for something jazzy, contemporary, nice and smooth type of music.
All right. So depending on your mood, it sort of changes, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
Okay. All right. Thank you for answering those questions. All right. So let's begin now. James, could you introduce yourself, what you do, where you live, and anything else that would describe you?
Wow, I've got 22 years to talk about. Well, name is James, for those who don't know me. Also known as Jimmy K for my audiences. I was born in Malaysia and was part of the Youth Ambassador Program in 1998, representing Malaysia. But I've been living in Melbourne since the early 2000s. So Melbourne, Australia, and we're just coming out of lockdown, which is so
Yeah.
good after 6 months. Married to a beautiful wife, Lee May, and I have a 6-month-old baby, Ruben, who's sleeping across my room right now. So if you hear any cries, it's probably him. And I think the next question was what I do. So I actually help people like discover and unlock their full potential. Like to become better versions of themselves, and ultimately for them to live a fulfilled life. And I do this through like personal or group coaching. I also do like online trainings, and I'm hoping to expand some more. So, and that's all part of the plan. So stay tuned, really. And yeah, that's a quick summary of what I do.
All right. Wow. That's amazing. So you basically, did you say unlock people's potential?
Yeah, help people unlock their potential, their full potential, and help them find and achieve the goals that they have for their life, and ultimately live a very fulfilled one.
So do you have a company?
Yes, I run my own coaching business under the name Jimmy K, And there's obviously a long backstory behind it. Well, not a long backstory, but there's a story behind it, how I became Jimmy K rather than what you remember me as.
All right. So if people want to get coaching from you, or if they want to unlock their potentials, where can we find you? Like, where do we go? Dot, 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 where?
Where? Yeah. So
Yeah,
I've got
www dot where. Yeah.
yeah. So I'm on social media, majorly on Instagram. I post lots of stuff there. So if you go to Instagram, you look at Coach Jimmy K. So look for Coach Jimmy K. You'll find me on Instagram. Yeah, I'm on Facebook as well, but everything happens from Instagram.
All right. So I will search you for at Coach Jimmy K, K as in K-A-Y, right?
That's right. Yeah, Kay.
K-A-Y. So C-O-A-C-H Coach Jimmy, Jimmy, and K-A-Y.
Yeah, that's perfect.
All right. Okay. Jimmy K or James, how do you seek life's common ground?
Very, 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 very good question. And I'm sure everyone you interviewed has told you that as well. And I think from in my line of work and with the people that I meet and the clients that I have, I think the greatest thing that helps us realize what's common is to actually beginning to understand what drives us as humans, what drives us as human beings, what makes us do what we do, what makes you do what you're doing right now, which is, awesome and fantastic.
Thank you.
And when you weave through, all those actions, the stories behind it, and you realize it's driven a lot by emotion, because we either have a passion for something, we feel great or purposeful when we do something, or or if we do certain negative things, it's probably due to something else. And emotions are so strong, it can create wars and conflict, or create life. We have kids, so we know how great emotions create life. And yeah, and unfortunately, I think a lot of people in the world, we're living out of one emotion, and it's the majorly big F word, which is fear. And we do things that create that downward spiral and create more fear, and ends up in a vicious loop. And but behind all of that, there's a story, and it could be a story that someone told us, and a story that we keep telling ourselves. And to actually change all that, and to start seeking life's common ground, and start to see each other as where we truly are, who we truly are, and where we're at. We flip it around. We change the way we tell our story, the way we say things about ourselves. It will change how we feel, change what we do, change our life. And so, start to finish, very easy. You learn to change our story, we change our life and our destiny. Because our life is pretty much the sum of our emotions and stories that we keep telling ourselves. So yeah, sorry, that was a really long answer to your question,
No,
but
no, no.
you can
It was
tell I'm
not.
really passionate about this stuff.
Really great, because I do have fear, and I think everybody has fear. So is this one of the biggest blockage when you meet people, to see them that they cannot fulfill who they really are? And is this like the first thing that you combat when unlocking potential in each person?
Yeah, so I think, like, with people that come for trainings, or my clients, and it could be for anything. It's like, oh, I want to get that promotion, I want to move into a higher paying job, or I want to be more confident, I want to be more outspoken, I want to do YouTube videos like Joan right here, come on. And a lot of that comes from fear, and that fear is driven by things that could have been happening from the past, or happening currently. But you weave your way through all that, you can find that it's a conditioning process that happened. It could be we're fear that we're with the fear that we don't do enough, or we're not enough. We're fearful of being rejected, and some will say ultimately we fear that we won't be loved, and that's where it all stems from.
So how do you define love, James?
Oh, good segue into that, isn't it? You know what people normally say, that love is about giving. And I'd say that's actually only half true, because love is both about growing and giving. What I found that, the more we want to help someone. But if we're not equipped, or we didn't learn the expertise, the skills, the tools, the strategies, we won't be able to give. And likewise, if you only keep giving, you're drawing, it's kind of like you're drawing from a well, that eventually there's nothing left. You dry up, you can't give what you don't have. uh, and on the flip side, some people, we keep learning, we learn, but we don't give. It's kind of like you're eating cake so much till you blow up. So in summary, it's like, I keep telling people, keep learning and keep sharing what you learn, because that's how we're going to make life better for everyone and make the world a better place.
Wow. So it's not just giving, but also growing.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. So yeah, so giving is one thing and growing is another thing. Wow, that's powerful, really. I haven't thought about that, because I always thought, to give is to make other people happy and to change people's lives, but I think we should really grow. So are you growing after, or did your love grow after having your baby? Did it change?
Yeah, I think there was a biochemical switch in there of people who are into like neuroscience and stuff. And it was an instant shift. The baby's born and everyone looks at the baby and say, hey, your baby looks like a hamburger or looks like a lizard. But for us as parents, like, oh, so gorgeous. But, and you look back at the old photos, yeah, actually, he might look a bit like a hamburger when he was born. But plenty of love for our baby Ruben. He can poo and pee on us, or stab us in the eye and scratch me all over the face, but we still love him to bits. And that's the fearlessness of a baby. No fear, and yet they get all the love. So imagine that. Why are we as grown-up kids, adults, so fearful and trying to get people's love by doing things? So something to think about.
All right. Wow. I would love to be loved if I scratch someone's eye. Wow, you mentioned a very powerful point. Thank you so much. James, did the program change you for 22 years? And if it did, how? And if you were to have this program again, how are you willing to contribute?
Ooh, deep, good questions. Well, I'll start with the first one. So I think after the program, that excitement and all that, I went back home and I was telling everybody about how amazing this program is. I showed them our videos. I made them sit through an hour long, and they were just like, getting bored. But I was like, come on, this is awesome. For me, actually, not them. But I think what I took away from the program, because that 6 weeks of training we had in Pasadena, all the conflicts and stuff that happened. I think you might even remember one of those education sessions. There was like this huge disagreement going on because someone overheard someone saying something, and then it went crazy. And that was the first time in my life where I embraced my fear and stood in front of everyone and started speaking to the group. I'm not sure if you remember that, but that was freaky for me, and I was sweating through my clothes. But I think what we were achieving was so much better. And working together doesn't mean we have to agree with each other. That's what I took away from. And what we can achieve together is limitless. And how we did that, and I think how the founder, Jerry Chang, he made us work towards a shared vision, a shared mission. So that YA program's mission and vision there. And that's how we, work together and create great things. Even though we're all different and we get into each other's nerves at times, and someone's break the rules and run off in the night to go have a hamburger somewhere. I ran off to a mountain somewhere with someone else. It was really funny, but things we do when we are young. But if there were this chance to be part of the program again, I would really want to share what I've learned since those years that have gone by. Springing a message about being united through vision and mission. And with what I do, I like to do trainings, masterminds. We can grow and learn from one another, and take action, go out there and make a difference in the community, in our space, or people who have followers or audiences, and influencing industries. Get into that, because we all have things in common, and yet we're so unique, and that's a beautiful thing. And most importantly, don't stop believing in ourselves and in others. And I wore this t-shirt just for you. Don't stop believing.
Thanks. Wow. All right. So don't stop.
That's it. Don't stop
Okay.
believing.
Don't stop believing. All right. Don't stop believing. What's underneath the believing?
I think it was the brand of the t-shirt,
Okay.
PA93.
Wow. Thank you so much, James. That's such a good gift. Let me put a one reaction. Yeah, thumbs up for you. Really. Yeah. Thanks, James. Yes. Wow. I think, Jerry Chang did put a seed in you, and it seems like you are really growing, blooming, and using that seed to becoming a prosperous person, James.
We're doing our best here. We're doing our best.
All right. So if anybody wants to unlock their potential, be a better person, please search at Coach Jimmy K on Instagram. Right.
Yeah, that's right. Drop me a DM and I'll do my best to help you out.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much for taking your time, James. It was so nice to have you.
Thank you, Jung.
Have a great day and see you again. Bye-bye for now.
Bye.